Okay, this storyline reading is about incest. Okay, if you experienced anything like that in your life, maybe it might go with you or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. So let me see. Should I put some signs on it? Lord, I don't know. I could put some signs on it, but I feel it's for anybody. Okay, I feel it's for anybody. Okay, so I can, put some signs on it. But if it go with you, take it. You know, if it don't, it don't. Okay, so I'm gonna go with. If I gotta hook signs on it, I'm just gonna say some signs. But like I said, I can go with anybody, right? So we got the Capricorn, the Aquarius, the Cancer, the Scorpio, the Pisces, the Leo, the Libra, and the sign of Virgo. Now, that's because I'm just throwing signs out. That's what came to my mind, but it could be for anybody, okay? So this is as far as incest, dealing with that, growing up some kind of way. If any other storyline go with you, take it. If not, don't worry about it. So let's see, universe, for somebody. Whoever you want to hear this message, whoever it is. I don't know, Lord, whoever it is. Okay, let's see. 8. Let me find the 8 here. So we have 8 of the abuse, because that was considered abuse, being victimized by a family member, because that's what incest is, being victimized by a family member. Okay, so let's just see. Let's see, universe. Let's see, spirit there. So maybe whoever the family member might not be alive. Let's just flow for a minute. I don't know. Let's just flow. 6. Right here, 6. We only use 6. Could have been 6 times. Let me find my 6. Okay. Could have been 6 times something happened. Could have been half of the year it happened. Like 6 months straight. Could have been anything. Let's explore, because I'm just looking at the 6. So we got these are healing of the souls, might hurt you to the core, or even murder you. Follow me? And these are just abuse cards. So let's flow with the top card. Okay, using collaboration with someone in agreement. So if you was molested, you wasn't in agreement on your own growing up as a child. You was pushed into this. You had no choice as a child. Agreement. Follow me? Because it says right here that whoever the person was getting high. Follow me? If not, the person was getting high. The person was mentally ill. Something was wrong with the person if they wasn't a person getting high. And it says that if you need help, call, right? But if you was a child, you pretty much only person you could call would be your mother. But if she wasn't available, you couldn't even call her. This person thought it was laughable, but needed to do things in decency. So it says right here that this person was feeling all of his feelings and emotions or whatever. Maybe at night this person did this to you. But it says that this person was playing Russian roulette and needed to think twice before doing this to you. But really, the person wanted to play Russian roulette, didn't care if he got caught or not. She, he, or whoever this is. So here the person is rushing into your room to wherever you at. You saying no more, no, stop, or whatever as a child. Follow me? You wanted this person to bring in emotional love you needed. Follow me? As a relative, but it was intense madness. Okay, so it might have left you gay. Follow me? Silly of me to think that I could fool you. If you met him or her, lesbian or gay, you can feel your God's mission. So you will be a grown-up now. Okay, let's flow. Let's go right this side. You was bruised inside, but you still you. You're going to be calm and conquer this. You needed to be calm, or you're going to be calm and conquer this, or you had to be calm to conquer this. Okay, God says the best option for you was to wear the shield on and the helmet of strong growing up. Because you was trying to pan out the court life for how long this was going to be happening to you. The power stays with the wife, not with the ex. So with this card right here being in here, some kind of way maybe your mother, your father, somebody had a new person in the house. Power stays with the wife, not with the ex. Or with the husband, not with the ex. Get what I'm saying? So it could have been where your mother had a new man in the house. Power stayed with the new man, not the original person your mother had, your father, if it was your father, anything like that maybe. Because you was being jerked around by or your mother was being jerked around. Let me see something. Because I ain't used to using it this way. Let me just see how to flow. This X right here is the person being jerked around, doing the jerking around. Let's flow the X. That would be the father or the mother. If they didn't live in the house, they was being jerked around. Because the power stayed with that person who was in there now. If that was like a new man, a new woman in the house now, the father was being jerked around, the original father. Or the original mother, if you was with a stepmother. The father didn't have power. That's what I'm trying to say. So it says right here, or you was being jerked around. And the power stayed with your, with whoever this person is that molested you. Follow me? Not with you. Follow me? So you're saying yeah to something. But you need to learn how to fight your battles. So when you was younger, maybe if you didn't tell your parents no kind of way, that's what God's saying with the yes. You wasn't telling your parents no kind of way what happened. So if you didn't tell your parents anything, your mother or somebody, something to stop it, nothing was going to stop. You need to learn how to fight your battles, and your battles would be fought if you would have told one of your parents what was happening. But some parents these days or back then, it's simple. You could tell your parents and they still would be on the person's side who did this to you, or they wouldn't believe you and think you lying. So you had to check yourself and do some soul searching at one point. Or you need to now in your life, because later on in the summer, maybe some kind of way you was going to be catering to the person who molested you. Maybe you was going to see your father over the summer and that's when it happened, or your mother, or when you was growing up or something like that. Or something about maybe seasonal times, maybe something would happen, camp or whatever this is, I don't know. Okay, it says maybe you in Aquarius, maybe you got a son, maybe your son in Aquarius, maybe the person who did this to you Aquarius and got a son, maybe the person's son did this to you or anything like that. So it says right here that you had to live your best life by getting healed. You got to get healed because of recovery for a brighter future. You got to get healed because it's something that happened when you was young, being molested by somebody. This is real life, not snowballs and lollipops. Because it said you just wanted to go home. So some kind of way you might have been at somebody's house and got molested, relative or whoever. But you needed to reach out for help and tell your mother or somebody. Because somebody had demons, whoever this is that was molesting you. It's a mystery to all that this person had demons who was doing this to you. So it says you're cheating yourself out of a good life. What happened to you? So this could be somebody's sibling who molested them over here with this card. Follow me? Make arrangements to get out of there. Can't make a choice to get out of there, right? But if you're a child, you can't really get out. You stuck. Okay? So maybe somebody was holding on or keeping the relative in the house for financial gain, and that makes it where the child constantly get abused because you can't get away from this person because the parent needs the person in there for the financial gain. Get what I'm saying? So you stuck. Okay, so this is incest, right? They noisy, I meant to say. If you hear the demon card coming out, I might as well take it. It was a mystery to all that somebody in your family had demons, whoever it is. A mystery, whoever it is. It could have been somebody's son. I don't know. Well, you could have been somebody's son. Somebody was proud of you, or somebody was proud of this person, but this person had demons. But it says right here, you had to Live the best life by getting healed. Whoever you are, you gotta get healed from whatever happened to you when you was young. Recovery for a brighter future. Not no balls and lollipops. God said this is real life right now and you gotta get healed. Okay, it says right here, universe, speak to me, lead me to my way. And God telling you your way. God saying you gotta get healed. You gotta go to some kind of treatment or whatever you gotta do. Be fearless about it. Because right here, somebody was holding on to you for money, but didn't love you. Right? A relative, your parents, whoever the heck this was. Follow me? Okay? Do you need to prosecute? They needed to be prosecuted against whoever did this to you. Follow me? Because God says these people don't matter, whoever they are. You are the star in the light. Right? Because you will get ecstatic once you can kind of get, once you can get, what you call it? What am I trying to say? Once you can get some kind of closure. Yeah. So you was crying out at the house, yelling, screaming, crying, fussing, anything as far as at the house. So we have right here, you made a gesture to God. God, what is my path? Am I walking the right path? So maybe in your life right now, you want God to show you to your path, right? Or back then when you was young, you wanted God to help you because you was in agreement and collaboration with this person here. And the only way it was like that is because you was a child and you had no way out. It's nothing you can do. It's forced. Follow me? So it says right here, you need to learn to pick your battles because you were saying, okay. You were saying, I'm okay when you knew you really wasn't okay. Follow me? Because say crying out, yelling out, fussing, complaining, rallying, or anything as far as in the house. So you was feeling your feelings or the person was feeling their feelings. And it was at nighttime, the person was doing whatever. So somebody needed to do things in decency because somebody thought things was laughable doing what they did to you, whoever this is. But you need to tell your parents, one of your parents or somebody you needed to tell right here. You ain't have to have a phone, but you need to tell somebody because this person was getting high, mentally ill, or something was wrong with this person. So it could have been a sibling. Follow me? Don't have to be, but with this card, it could be a sibling because it say you cheating yourself out of a good life. What happened to you? Could have been a sibling. Follow me? So we have right here that you was being joked around, and maybe you was being joked around by, unless you had a stepfather, stepmother, stepfather, a sibling, or whoever it is. Whoever it is somebody in your family. So however it's flowing, you was trying to pan out the court life, how long it's going to be, this going to be happening. Because you are a child. You was a child. You had to wear the shield on and helmet of storm for the best outcome. Because you was being calm within yourself to conquer this thing because you was bruised really bad. Because it says that your daddy didn't show you love, your father. So either your father did whatever to you, whoever I'm talking to, your father did this to you and it was incest, or we're going to turn it around and say that you never even knew your father because your father never lived there with you. Follow me? To even know. Okay, you need to check yourself to do some soul searching, right? As an adult, right? As a child, this grown-up needed to do the soul searching. Get what I'm saying? Because somebody looked at something that's suspenseful, you or whatever, right? Because it was addictions. Back then, somebody was addicted to messing with kids or drinking, drugging, or whatever, or messing with kids, right? So we have right here, addictions play a part in soul breaking. Or this would be you as an adult. Some kind of addictions you had because of what happened to you when you was a kid. Find out why you stuck with it. And the way you find out is to go to some kind of recovery group over there. Because God said help. You need to reach out for help right now in your life. If you never even straightened this out, talk to God or healed yourself from this situation. Right? Okay? You just want to go home. Right? You wanted to go home some kind of way. You wanted to go home You might have been in somebody else's house, or you might have been at your own house, but it ain't feel like home because we got a molester in the house. It don't feel like it's home. Or this would be for today. You're going to go in some kind of place to get help, and you're going to want to go home. But you need to stay in there because maybe you'll be catering to it later on in the summer. Or maybe when you was young, you was catering to going to camp or going somewhere, and you was being molested at your father's house, at a camp, or wherever you was going, catering to in the summertime, and maybe this was happening to you like that. Making a choice as far as the campground. That means a house, so some kind of way maybe you had to go out of your house and go there every time in the summer and get molested by your father or somebody at camp, or making a choice to leave your house some kind of way and go in some kind of treatment, counseling, or anything to help you as far as being molested, anything like that. Okay, it says right here that you wanted somebody to bring in emotional love. You need it, but you didn't get that. You got intense madness because somebody molested you. Follow me? You was playing Russian roulette because you wasn't telling your upper parent or your parent or whatever. You wasn't telling nobody. It looks like you wasn't telling nobody. If I take it your way, you had to think twice. Not telling your parents, or this person was playing Russian roulette and constantly doing what this person was doing to you, or the first time or more than one time or whatever, and this person needed to think twice before doing what this person did to you. So we had a cross-dressing card right here. So see, the person owe you an apology. Look at that, right? So it says you was caught off guard by this person when you was a child. Cross-dressing mean this person came. So this would be, I'm going to take this as two of the same sex. Follow me? Just off as saying a cross-dressing, right? I'm going to take it that way because we talking about being molested. So I'm going to say it's two of the same. Follow me? So this caught you off guard, cross-dressing. So the person wasn't dressed in ladies' clothes, but the person was acting like he was no, cross-dressing usually go with when you're dressing in ladies' clothes or dressing in men's clothes. So cross-dressing when you was young. I still feel it's two of the same with this storyline. This person owe you an insane apology. Now's the time if this person is alive. Okay. Wait a minute. Person alive, they owe you an insane apology. The thing is, they can't really apologize. They got to come another way. They have to say, I shouldn't have did what I did. I shouldn't have did it. I was wrong. That's the way they're supposed to come because they meant to do it. So apology don't really do no good because the person meant to do it. The person got to come back saying, I shouldn't have did this to you. I was wrong for what I did to you. That's what it is. That's how it goes because the person meant to do it. The person will be lying if they say they sorry because they wasn't sorry. Silly me to think that I could fool you. Follow me? If you met the person lesbian or gay, you can still feel your God mission. So right now you gay. Follow me? Because it's not from when you're little. That's when you're grown up. So let's just flow in the universe. You know all about it. Okay, right here, you said something to the person. No, no more. No, stop, or whatever you might have said when you were young. Hear the person coming in with rage, angry, maybe, or just coming to make something happen again, or whatever's going on here with this situation. Like, it don't have to be the whole storyline. Don't have to be for you. It could be bits and pieces of it. So take it however it goes. Okay, here you are. You went somewhere where you thought it was going to be nice as a child, but it was danger below. It was bad. Something bad. Something bad happened to you. And what happened to you was you got molested. Follow me. So we have right here that somebody insinuated something with sharp words to you back then. Or as an adult. Let's just flow. So we have another card. I'm not selfish because I want a whole man or a whole woman. You gotta be considerate of your partner. So, some kind of way as an adult. Kind of way. Let me see, as a child. Let's flow. I don't know what I don't know who this was for you when you was young. Some kind of way, whoever this was, some kind of way they had problems with their spouse, their boyfriend, their girlfriend. Because they was gay some kind of way, whoever this person is, or something was wrong with this person. With their spouse, with their girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever they had, their man or whoever. So they start messing with kids, whoever this is. But as an adult, this will be you as an adult. Because somebody had a problem with you some kind of way. I'm not selfish because I want a whole man or a whole woman. Because you got to be considerate of your partner, to tell your partner that you are the way you are. Follow me? So it says right here that, well, somebody, when you was young, this person wanted to know if you was work worthy. That simply mean, well, would you do whatever it is they tell you to do back then sexually as a child, work worthy. So if we dealing with being a grown up some kind of way, somebody asking you and want to know if you work worthy because you're gonna be you working in some kind of job, right? Whatever job you working at, and you coping with the job, right? But it's a job. This is this job here goes with mainly with anything with a club, but it can go with any kind of job. But it really goes with a club, escort, prostitute, lap dancer, waitress, whatever, anything that goes with any sexual anything. So you could be a person who worked at a job like that because of what happened to you when you was young. You might be led to jobs like that, anything related to anything like that because of what happened to you. Or maybe this person was working jobs like this, who did whatever to you when you was young, anything like that. But this person was maybe bringing in the bacon, was an enabler. Your parents or whoever it is who was caring for you was an enabler of whoever this person is, because this person was bringing in money, bringing in the dough. Or as an adult, some kind of way, you was bringing in the money or whatever, so the person was an enabler. And they stayed with you even though they knew that you was because you had money. Something like that. They knew what you was like or whatever, right? But they stayed with you because you had money. So I can't say tolerated. I don't want to say that. They stayed with you because of the money. They dealt with you because of the money. Can I just sell it like it is? The card is saying it, enable financial gain. Or being young and everything during the time when you were young. Maybe the person who did this to you was somebody who worked at different places like that, and they dragged that stuff to wherever you was, home, wherever they saw you at, and then they did things to children, to you and whoever else. That could be why you even went into this kind of job anyway, because of what happened to you when you were young. Because usually it takes you one way or another. When children be violated, it takes you one way or another. It takes you this way, that way, where you don't want to be sexual, or you overdo it. And it takes you one way or another. It takes you one way or another. So things like that. I was molested when I was young. I found out a little bit more. God told me. I mean, I knew stuff on my own because I was old enough to know. I was 9 years old, so that's a nice size, I know. But I didn't know I was molested under 9 years old. God told me in storylines. I didn't ask God to tell me. God put it on the table, and I was very shocked. I was so shocked you wouldn't believe it, because I never knew that happened to me. Now, when I was 9, anything when I'm big enough and I know stuff, that's a whole different story. I know it. But anything after that, underneath of that, underage, I did not know. And God brought it out in the story, not because God wanted me to know, Because if God want me to know things about myself or things that happened to me that my parents didn't tell me or my family didn't tell me, God want me to know. So God brought it out. I didn't ask God to tell me. It came out in the storyline, and I was really shocked about that. Get what I'm saying? But God say now's the time for an insane apology if this person is still alive who did what the person did to you. Follow me? Yeah. Well, if you did something to someone, we can turn it around. If you did something to someone, you owe somebody an apology. Take it however it goes. Yeah. Because I don't know really where that stuff comes from. I always feel things are learned anyway. When you don't really want to be with a woman, that's why I always look at priests and nuns a certain kind of way. Priests, you messing with kids, go get a woman. Or if you want to be gay, go get a grown man. Don't mess with kids. So it's like you're trying to do something that's really not natural. The only way where sex should be like where you don't have sex is if you're stuck in jail and you can't get to a woman. If you're not stuck somewhere, you can get to a woman. You put yourself in a position where you sit and say that you're living for God and you living for God. God never told you to not have sex and not have a woman. You wanted that because evidently you was gay and you trying to have it undercover by being a priest. It's undercover. Go in and just let it out. It's not a big deal. Let it out. But you be a priest and next thing you know, you molest the kids. Right? And that shows, and it's still showing that you're gay, so you might as well just let it out and not even went in there pretending, because you the big pretender here. That was a pretender. You being a pretender, like nuns are too. You scared to really be loved like you should be loved, and experience what you're supposed to experience as a woman. That's not living for God. You chose that stuff because you don't, or you gay, and you trying to hide under things. And that's the bottom line to it. God ain't never tell you not to be with a man or not to be with a woman. Man and woman supposed to be together. That's how it goes. That's how you got here. Your mother and your father, if you forgot that, that's how you got here. So yeah. It took your father and it took your mother to get you here. If you don't know it, I'm reminding you, right? So yeah, people hide under all kind of titles and all kind of stuff to kind of cover up things. And that's what it is. Those situations right there, and you molesting people's kids and doing things to people's kids, introducing them to sexual acts and things like that they got no business being a part of as a child, because you not man enough to go out there and get you a grown man or get you a woman. You messing with people's kids, and then you have them traumatized. I really think they should go to jail. Myself personally, forget the suing. I think they should go to darn jail. All of them that do that stuff. All of them. They should go to jail. Just like anybody else out here that do stuff like that to kids. Children should not have anything to do with nothing sexual at all. That mess is brought to them. And you should pay the price deeply if you do something like that to kids or bring that to their life. Wonder why people like they are, some grown-ups like they are? Take a peek back into their childhood and you'll see why some of them like they are. You got somebody right now today where something happened in their childhood, and that's why they like they are today, off that one thing, because they never got counseling. Their parents didn't sit there and listen, or they didn't tell their parents, or their parents brushed it off, or whatever might have happened, and they didn't get no counseling or nothing while they was an adult, and it just didn't ruin their life. They hate ladies, all kind of nonsense. They hate women. They hate men. There's all kind of craziness out here, all off of something that happened in your childhood. You got some ladies that's gay right now just because of something happened to them in their childhood. Get what I'm saying? And it's not really, all men ain't do anything to them. It's that certain person did what the person did. Get what I'm saying? And hurt them. So people need to realize that you shouldn't be putting children in the middle of grown-up stuff. Don't be bringing things to kids that children shouldn't be experiencing. These people got problems. They got problems because, like I said, I didn't know I was molested under the age of 9 years old. I did not know that. But it came on the table one day. I was shocked. I was doing a storyline. And there it is. It was right there, clear as day. I was shocked. I was shocked. Why? Because somebody knew about it, but they didn't tell me. Because it be secrets well kept, in our lives, right? By parents or whoever it is, family members or whoever, they don't tell. And they just keep things hush hush. But like I said, I don't know anything about it. So, I just know about anything when I was old enough to know about things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I know about, what I can sit and talk about. Like I did in my book. I wrote that in my book as far as what I know about. What I know about. Not what I saw come on the table. Is what I know about. Right? Yeah. So things damage you and you got to get healed from things. You had to get healed from things that bother you. People are out here acting ugly, acting mean, taking things out on other people because of something that happened in their childhood, which you have nothing to do with. You had nothing to do with it. But you getting blamed for it. They hating you and hating all women and all kind of nonsense when you did nothing to these people. You got people out here, they don't even know how to accept love. They don't know how to accept love. You got ladies, if they used to a man beating on them so much they get a man that's nice, they sit and do things to mess that up. I mean, that's the craziest thing. You ask me. You get a man, he get a decent lady that's nice. He don't know how to take a decent lady. He used to people that's in the street, roughnecks and all kind of ladies like that. I mean, it's kind of crazy to me. I don't get it, but I don't know. That's all I know is that a lot of children were screwed up from people doing things to them, molesting them and things like that. And I guess that went on for centuries. This ain't nothing that just started. It's going on today probably somewhere. But the thing is, I just say to anybody today in the world, if you know anything about something happening with your child or your child come to you and tell you anything like that, believe your child and go and press some charges. Don't sit there and say, oh, I want to keep my guy in here. Oh, I want to keep him. Oh, he paying the bills. And let him just keep molesting your child. All this nonsense. Because we got some crazy ladies out here today. I ain't talking about back then. Because we had some probably back then too. I mean today. Where they'll hold on to a man and they might let the man rape the child all day. They sit and sell their kids. All kind of stupid stuff to some man do something to for drugs. So when it come down to children, I love children. So when it come down to anybody doing things to children, it kind of irks me. You might see another side of me when it come down to kids because I hate to hear stories like that. Because enough is enough. Children should be able to be a child, what they are, a child. They're a child. Let them be the child that they are. You got stuff going on with you. You need to go find a man. Go find a woman. Somebody your age. Leave kids alone. Okay, this was about incest. It took me there a little bit, but that's how it is with the Brass Love One. I'm going to do some talking, right? Because that's how it goes, right? Because I love kids. I don't want children hurt. But there's a lot of people that have been hurt in their lives, right? And they just haven't healed from things that they got hurt from when they was a kid. People mad with their parent or whatever, and it then went on all the way probably to their grown-up hood, and they never even told their parent about it. And all this time, oh, you was mad because I chose this one over you. All kind of stuff. And they've been holding on to it all their life. All kind of stuff be happening with kids. First of all, you got to give all your children equal love. You can't have picks with your kids. You got to have all your children get the same equal love. You can't be having picks, because that'll make one of them not like the other one. There's all kind of craziness that can be going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. And it's all because a child feel like they need love from you that you're not giving them. You know, so I just say, if it's going on anything like that, today's time for you to consider listening to what your child telling you. If your child say that your boyfriend touched them, believe that thing. And make the necessary arrangements to get him arrested. Don't sit there and try to hold on to him because he the best thing you ever had and all this dumb stuff. Evidently, he ain't the best thing you ever had if he molesting your child. He the worst thing you ever had. All right, this is the brass little one.